Hey everybody, it's Captain Lonely, coming to you today from the underground bunker, checking out Sakuna of Rice and Ruin for Nintendo Switch. As I'm recording this, it is launch day for Sakuna. Very excited about this little game. Caught the trailer not too long ago when it came out on the YouTube. Very excited about the art style. It seemed like it had a lot of potential and a lot of promise with a little bit of a strange hook to it. So it is a 2D souped up platformer with a cute little art style to it that boasted rice and farming elements to it as well. I'm going to read to you just real quick the description for Sakuna of Rice and Ruin straight from its site, just so you can get a little bit of a feel. Rice is power for what was on deck for people that were waiting for this release as we are here for launch day. And I want to go through some gameplay with you guys. Rice's power. Spoiled harvest goddess Sakuna finds herself banished from her opulent celestial home to an island overrun with demons. In the untamed wilderness, she must rediscover her birthright as the daughter of a warrior god and harvest goddess by weathering the elements, fighting monsters, and cultivating rice. The source of her power. Oh, cultivating rice, the source of her power. By her side in this forbidding place is her guardian Tama and a group of outcast humans. Together, these unlikely companions must join hands to tame both the soil and the demons of Hino Island. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hinoe. Um, so already a little bit intrigued. You've got demons, you've got forbidding places, and you have rice farming. Um, I don't know about you, but there's not too many games that fit that bill. And when I saw the art style, it was eye catching to say the least. With it being launch day today, I got on here for about 5 minutes or so. I was a little excited. I jumped the gun before recording. Um, Looks like a fun, exciting little game. I think it's going to be fun to record this with you guys and take you through some gameplay. It's developed by Edelweiss, the indie team behind the acclaimed Astro Breed. Um, Astro Breed is a pretty solid little game itself. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, it combines side-scrolling action with deep crafting and rice cultivation, and a powerful tale about finding one's place in the world. So we have a nice artsy, fun little coming-of-age demon story that focuses around rice cultivation. I don't know anybody who can't relate to that. Um, I'm really excited about this. Creating a home in the wilderness, detailed 3D simulation style gameplay, refined side-scrolling platforming action using farm tools as weapons. Um, I don't know if this is wetting your whistle, but I was over the moon when I saw this. And if it's not wetting your whistle, check yourself for a pulse. Rice cultivation, demons, coming of age. Captain Lonely's stoked. It's also a fresh take on Japanese mythology, so there's something there that's promised to us with a little bit of its pre-game information. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. This is going to be run on Nintendo Switch. It's out now in North America. I think it's a little bit behind in Europe, coming out maybe a week or two from now. Um, Pretty excited because again, this is the Switch copy that we will be seeing right here. But really excited for people to kind of jump into this game regardless of the console that they find themselves loyal to. Um, I think this game has a lot of promise as almost a hidden gem, if you will, if that's not an overused phrase, for the Nintendo Switch. And 2020 has really been the year of the Nintendo Switch. I think it's 3 years old now. For better or for worse, the American pandemic and quarantine, I think, forced a lot of people uh, indoors, and I think it forced a lot of Switches and Nintendo Switches into households, which is never a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I want to preview a little bit. I'm going to be taking some time and recording a block of videos. I'm hoping to shoot for about 6 or 7 at least. Um, Top 10 videos kind of celebrating the year in review for the Nintendo Switch for 2020, because I do feel so strongly about its presence here in America, and I think it's here to stay as far as gaming's concerned. I'm happy for that, for one. Um, I think a lot of people would agree with me on that situation. Honestly, the Switch has been a godsend as far as portable gaming. Um, Handheld to docked, we're getting a lot of ports from other situational systems coming in. That's never a bad thing in a handheld mode. Celebrating a lot of these titles, like The Witcher 3, Diablo 3 comes in threes, right? If I can think of another uh, game that has a 3 at the end of it, that would be really awesome right about now. Um, Trails of Cold Steel 3, there we go. Handheld Trails of Cold Steel 4 just came out. I've heard great things about that. Digressing a little bit, 2020 year of the Switch, Sakuna is hopefully going to be a really strong addition to the game library here. I'm going to let you guys see for yourselves. I really, really can't recommend enough. If you like this game, you enjoy what you see here, go out and get it, buy it, buy 2 copies, give one to a friend. Just walk up to a stranger and just hand them Sakuna. If they don't have a Switch, also let them know just how important that Switch is and how much they're ruining their own lives without having one. Because I know it's changed my 2020 around for the better. It's been a really positive experience and a weird year for a lot of us. Um, I don't understand where I'm going with this, with my monologue. I really feel like we should just jump into some gameplay before I make myself look stupid. This game sure as heck doesn't look stupid. Check it out. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. Gonna fire it up right now. Check out some of the options for you guys. There's some language options if you're down with that. We've got English fired up as the defaults. Looks like we have, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm imagining Japanese and some sort of a simplified Mandarin. If I'm wrong, pretend I didn't say it. Some of the game options you see, we have a difficulty setting, which is interesting. I think you have easy and default as your first ones. I'm hoping that there's a post game, after game situation that unlocks a harder difficulty mode. Uh, I might be careful what I wish for. Let's get into it a little bit, but there are 2 to start out with. We're going to be going on defaults to open the video. And there's also a farming difficulty, which is separated from the combat difficulty, which is unique. Remember, we're on a demon island, and we're rice cultivating as we come of age here in Sakuna. So we're going to go combat difficulty default, farming difficulty default. There's a headgear and mask display that you can choose to toggle for hide for events and show only in combat, um, and hide at home always display. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know enough about the game yet for that to even make much sense to me. I think hide for events was the default. We'll stay on default for that. Temperature scale, again, a little bit of a peek at what's going on under the hood for this game. They are letting you control the temperature scale. Fahrenheit is what I was born and raised on. Don't judge me. Celsius is also there for you. Um, there's no Kelvin, which I think is a bit biased and stereotypical for those that like to freak out on the Kelvin scale. But it's such a small population. We can't blame them too much for that. Um, Sound, kind of boring. I don't know if you guys are audiophiles. Check that out. There's voice volume. Voice language is always interesting. There's Japanese and English. Subtitles do kick in if you have the voice language selected to Japanese, as this is the North American version that I'm playing. Um, Controls, let's just let you guys look at that a little bit. We have some attacks, quick and heavy. Fighting skills come to the A button on the Switch. There's a jump, a raiment, which is interesting because I'd like to see what the definition of raiment is to learn a little bit more about it. It plays like a nice little fun laser beam, like a Spider-Man style. You can stick yourself to and pull yourself up walls. It's pretty interesting. Oil droplet is also available on the left trigger. There's a vibration situation that you can control. And of course, you've got the cameras, horizontal and vertical. I stick to normal and basic. Um, let's check out what else is there. Oh, there's a return button, last but not least. Saving the best for last. Let's hit return. I'm going to go hit start, kick this baby up for you, see what we got. Sakuna, Nintendo Switch of Rice and Ruin. A demon-inspired coming-of-age tale. centered around rice cultivation. All right, cinematic. Looks like we have people walking across a bridge with some sort of a cosmic situation going on in the sky. Maybe some memories and things like that floating above their heads.
By what means
By what means do you ascend to this place? Disembodied voice.
If you
guys watch ghost hunting shows. Hear me, uninvited guests. If you cross this bridge, your pathway home shall be forever forfeit.
Turn back.
Something about this game that you're about to see real quickly is there's a nice undertone of humor. I think that a lot of people are going to appreciate. A demon rice cultivating game that doesn't take itself too seriously for once.
Boy, what part of turn back eludes you?
This video is going to be unofficially sponsored by Starbucks. Is it super healthy this time of night?
I had no clue such a grand bridge was on this mountain.
All right, so here we go. We've got a nice group of travelers. Ishimaru.
It's time to pay up. You won't get
Don't
away
know who
from
he
me
is yet.
this time, Katsura.
You guys are keying in from the jump with me. This is right as the story begins in the game. It's time to pay up. You won't get away from me this
Why
time.
have you chased us this far?
Why have you chased us
Dunce
far?
like you probably wouldn't understand.
Dunce like you probably
We're
wouldn't
at our
understand.
wits'
Yeah,
end. I can't let
they're at
these
their wits'
kids
end
go.
too.
And you, traitor.
Then I shall steel myself if I must.
Then I shall steal
Would
myself
you
if I
look
must.
any more
Shaking a little bit.
pathetic? I can't believe
Probably me
you're a
after this
samurai.
coffee, holding a sword.
Whatever. Just die.
What? Princess, what are you doing in a place like this? I will not allow this. Return at
I will not
once,
allow this. Return at
princess.
once,
The
friends.
hell? What's going on? Whoa!
I cheated. I got ahead 5 minutes. Just so you guys know, she's drunk. That's what's going on.
You needn't let me interrupt
Kind of
you.
a weird situation. It's not
Still, how
explained immediately.
fascinating. Are you humans? You are, aren't you?
This is our main character. Spoiler alert.
To cross swords immediately upon entering the lofty realm. What a
Go on then,
barbaric
get on with it.
display of tribute is such a bore. All there is, but today,
Check it out.
my little jaunt has been
Sake.
rewarded with.
My princess, you mustn't associate with...
There's no need to fret. I'll return
Something that would never pass
soon.
Nintendo. Their censors. When I was growing up, back in my day, there'd be no childhood drinking going on.
Ooh, you're
People
most
freaked out that Mortal
receptive
Kombat
for a
had blood
ruffian.
in it on the Super Nintendo.
Splendid,
Which is ironically, I think they shot some of the developers. That's a joke.
Oh, you reek of
Over trying to
sake.
put blood
I
into
thought you were
the
a
Super
kid.
Nintendo Mortal Kombat.
How dare you! I am a hale and hearty adult!
Ah!
The sting of that horrible comments. I suppose I'll return to the banquet and reacquaint myself with the joy of intoxication.
Oh, there you go. She just left her banquet to stroll down this bridge and check out what's going on and hassle some people.
The bridge vanishes. If you don't, your safety cannot be guaranteed. Or so they say.
That child has incredible strength. She mentioned a banquet.
That's the funny one. The child has incredible. So she freaks out when the guy throws him over the bridge, and all like dude can say is like, "Hey, that kid's pretty strong." And then check it out. He's gonna score some banquet food. Crashing the banquet. Yeah, Share Capital. I like the fonts in this. Can't tell it's very stylized. Gonna break this down for you guys. I attempted to do this live tonight. I might do it live tomorrow. We'll see if the gods are kind to me. The Rice and Ruin gods. Take you through about an hour of gameplay on this and see what we think. This is cute. All the mini gods all lined up. It's just fun. Break it down to like maybe 3 or 4 episodes if you guys are interested, and
I can make my
check out
tribute every
3 or
year
4
using
hours.
only the rice they have on hand at home. How splendid it is to be
This guy Tom is like super cute. He's voiced by an old man. I shouldn't say that. He's an older gentleman, the voice actor. He's pretty funny. He's got his little tongue stuck out.
Is that so? I myself must put forth every effort. I hope that Lady Kamuhitsuki
I'm gonna do better about
will
zooming through
acknowledge
dialogue
me
for you
this
guys.
year.
Too bad, so sad.
Too bad.
You
So
can't
sad.
change the rank you're born into. Ah, I know. My dear friend Kokoroa, I'll bestow upon you the honor of helping me.
Thomas just chilling with his
The
tongue out.
more you appear before Lady Kamuhitsuki, the more likely she'll be to remember you.
Right. Then, if you would...
My princess, please desist from this japery.
Is that beautiful voice acting from Tama?
Your own vital duty. When you
Desist from
return
this
to your
japery.
seat, you must not lose yourself in drink again.
This again.
High functioning
You're so bothersome, Tama.
demon god alcoholic.
Being
Bothersome
drunk
Tama.
has no bearing on my ability to fulfill my duty. It's child's play for... Huh?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Crashing the banquet.
Now, where do you think you're going? I'm not finished speaking with...
Sorry, Tama. I was wrong. I'll sober up and get to work. I'll be right back.
Already, this is like a pretty funny little game. I don't know about you guys. Like 10 minutes in, it's got my
Oh,
attention.
my
So
princess.
you gotta go chase these guys down.
So you finally learned to heed my word.
Hey, you humans! Ugh, this is not good. This is not good. Never mind my duty. I'm going to be in hot water if the children of men wander in here. I must catch them, and quickly.
Quickly. Let's do it. Alright, so here we go. I think we're about to see the first
Escape. Hold still.
bit of action where we can control the main character. L, move.
Ta! Ta!
Alright, so this is 2D. You guys can tell. It's got 3D elements fleshed out. Nice little two-dimensional plane.
This jar is
Kind of on a rail.
outrageously expensive.
For the platforming action it locks you in. It's kind of cool. There's some good verticality, even in just the 5 minutes that are previewed.
Don't you underestimate me, fool! I am a god!
What? The controls are pretty responsive. Well, I practice what I preach, right? So sometimes, and I think it might be my Pro controller, I've had an issue with the Divine Raiment coming out on time. This will be a nice little test to see how responsive it is. I don't think I'm this bad at platformers. I'm not that old yet. But I think it's my controller. A poor carpenter blames his tools. Huh. I did pretty well with there. Good. Pretty simple. You have 3 or 4 buttons that you're going through. You've got your raiment already. And this is essentially acting as a tutorial. Let's read it together. You got to extend the raiment with just with the right trigger like that. And you grip. Same deal. And you jump. Pretty basic. The combat is deceptively deep as well, with parrying and hitting.
You aren't supposed to run into...
But movement's very clean. You got a little nice hoe, gardening hoe that you fight with. And that was part of the pre-game literature too, is that you fight using common farming tools. Also, if you check out too, you can kind of see what damage you're providing. And you can use the raiment, check that out, to very quick little combat moves. You can use the raiment to flip these guys as they drop these gems. And you can also get around them too. And if you notice, they're dropping bombs themselves.
You and your puppets.
Those little robot
My
guys.
return, you
So you can kind of trick them into doing themselves in. I kind of lucked into that trying to show you guys the buttons while getting simultaneously hit. So the children of men still chasing him down.
This is the Divine Garner.
It's not the Divine Garner. It's bad.
For Lady Kamahitsuki? I absolutely won't allow it.
No, no.
You've done it now.
So we don't really know too much about where these guys are coming from. We know they're hungry.
A painful reminder of your hubris upon your lowly human souls. No, wait. The alcohol and oil in here could swiftly embroil the whole place in
Oh, Sakuna, that's not good. Alcohol and oil. Game is a bit dialogue heavy for the first hour, I read. The gameplay will open up into
I smell something
more of a free control.
fragrant.
There's obviously the dialogue setting up the story a little bit. Oh, that's cool.
Princess Sakuna,
Yes.
you have been blessed with favor as the daughter of the great warrior god Takaribi. Yet even so, you have obliterated the Divine Garner, along with the offerings I was to receive.
She messed with the big man's, the big woman's offerings. That's not good.
Oh, please forgive me. It was all their fault.
A god mustn't blame their crimes on humans.
Show Shari.
Now then, children of men,
It has fun with itself if you
identify
can't tell.
yourselves.
I am Katsura Uemon no Jo Takamori. The people call me Tauemon.
I'm Kinta. Who are you? The head
Guy's an awesome
honcho or
nose.
something?
I'm Yui. I don't like it here. Please send us back
How did
home.
Yui get involved with this
I'm
group?
Mia,
That was like the one thing I saw when I saw this one pan out shot.
Kaimuru.
We gods and you humans are of two realms. That is to say, the natural order divides us betwixt the lofty realm and the lowly realm.
Lofty and the old.
Nevertheless, the floating bridge of heaven which you crossed has already disappeared. Even I, the preeminent goddess Kamohitsuki, do
That bridge
not
they
know
crossed was
when it will next appear.
to heaven where we are now.
Therefore, until it does, you are to help Princess Sakuna rectify the disorder left in the wake of your bedlam.
Rectify. Meaning.
Princess Sakuna, do you recall the Isle of Demons?
Do you recall the Isle of
It is
Demons?
the outlying
Of course, the
island
Isle of
where your
Demons.
parents met and defeated the evil god Omizuchi. That tumultuous land has long been a nest of demons and has yet to fall under my control. You are to investigate the origin of the ceaseless horde of demons.
Demons
as you
looking right.
expunge them
Demons
from
looking
the
legit so
island.
far. Red eyes, check.
But that's. I beg your pardon, Lady Kamahitsuki, but the Isle of Demons is entirely too far away. Reaching it alone will take me days.
And? Did you expect to commute from here? You will establish
Sakuna's kind of a
foothold
lush.
on the Isle and see to your orders from there.
At least lazy.
Until then, you are banished from the capital.
Kind of immature. Guess what? That's where the coming of age
You are
happens between the demon
banishing us?
hunting and the rice
Truly?
cultivation.
My word.
Check out
is law.
Thomas too. He's got he's
That is all.
cute as hell.
Now
Has a
go.
little tongue out.
But
I don't know what they call that in anime, but that's like really
Come,
funny when they
princess.
emote like that with the white
Let us
eyes.
go.
Miyashira capital. It's the harbor.
I hate this. I hate it. I hate
Might get to
it.
control a little bit here.
I'll die if I leave the capital.
You are too old to be throwing a tantrum. What is done is done. Let us carry out our mission and return to the capital post-haste.
Sakuna.
Kokoroa.
This chick is awesome. Check out the gears and the time sprockets behind her.
I refuse to go with those humans. I wish to stay here with you.
Who would you rather be? Would you rather have a bunch of ghost clocks following you around? Or I guess Sakuna's got the
Sir, may I?
ever-present wind. She's like the clothes just fly all over the place
By all
wherever she goes.
means. How pathetic. Such ill-fitting behavior for the descent.
It's 2D, but it's got some good looks to it. The art style I really appreciate so far.
The princess has wanted for nothing and has grown accustomed to relying on her parents' wealth.
It'll happen.
I pray that she learns much in the course of the hardships that undoubtedly await her.
Please take care of Sakuna for me.
I will guard her with my life.
It's like,
Goodbye, Sakuna. I'm sad, but a little relieved as well. I wonder why that is.
why is that? Three-hour tour, going on a boat ride. Dragon's Tunnel, it's the hidden cove. All right. Let's go to some Demon Isle, get some of that done.
What exertion! My muscles cry out!
Listen, you. Me and the samurai here are the ones who rode the whole time. I feel like my arms are gonna fall off.
Now, it's all right. So, Lady Sakuna, what should we do now?
Good question. I'll petition the old man. Old man! Hey, Tama! Are you sleeping?
It's kind of cool. He's like a scroll she keeps on her belt.
We've arrived at last. This is undoubtedly the Isle of Demons.
Undoubtedly.
You truly are an old
He goes
fart.
right back to his tongue. It's great.
You were clearly listening, so hurry and explain our next objective.
I believe this cave continues
A little
to the
dialogue
heart
heavy
of
up
the
front.
isle, at which point it unfolds into
At least the story you can appreciate a little bit.
At its peak is the house where
Some good
your
humor
mother
push you through.
lived. Let us head there first.
Ready to start swinging that hoe and cultivating some rice, though.
Okay, got it. All right, mosey along, children of men. Yow! Not you. You're a bit too young.
Kaimaru is with me.
What about the rest of you lot? Why is no one moving?
'Cause the isle's full of demons, huh? Right, Kinta?
Yui's right. Aren't gods supposed to protect us humans?
You
Point.
cheeky little twerp. You're called Tauemon, correct? Is that sword at your hip a mere ornament?
My humblest apologies. This blade may be of ancient and noble descent, but I myself have utterly no skill in swordplay. Once, when I drew it in dire circumstances, the handle slipped from my fingers.
Princess.
It's a shame.
All
Dude's
right,
big, looks like he
come
can
on.
handle some stuff.
I shall go by
Can't
your
hold the
side.
sword.
Then we will follow your lead.
Oh, okay. You prompted again with the slight difficulty. Default and low. Again, I hope Endgame kind of offers a different, maybe a third hard difficulty. And it's us. Let's travel. Let's do this a little bit. Oh, you know what? Before we do that. Ah, I was right. Wood acquired. Can't go anywhere else. All right. But there might have been another branching path to the left. Dialogue's been going on so long. Let me get the buttons back.
You're out of here.
Oh, little demon bunny. Collecting some sort of gemstone. So you have the hoe attack with as you're strong, and then this little buddy right here. Oh, nice. as your weak attack. If you notice, the combat is pretty fun and quick. You saw me juggle him up a little bit. So we got L and then plus B or X, perform a variety of attacks depending on the direction pressed. So it's get some combos going, and your directional button kind of changes those combos around a little bit. We'll experiment a little bit with those as we go through and see some enemies. Wonder how vertical this gets. I wonder if that's... Let's go down there. Okay. Wasn't sure if maybe that was a path.
You're out of here. Over here.
So this guy's pretty cool. He's got a shield, and you got to wrap yourself around him, kind of get around his defense. I think you still do a little bit of damage to his shield, 4 damage. I think I saw. But that's fun. Kind of use the raiment to get around people like this. So, I totally whiffed on that, but I like the baseball swing with the hoe. It's pretty gangster. Dragon's Tunnel Part 2. Oh, nice. The combat is interesting. I want to try to get... I think if I wasn't trying to knock commentary to you guys this whole time, I'd be more focused on how to roll with it. It's your fault. Definitely my fault. But there's some depth there. There's some interesting things going on. It's quick. I can just stay up here and get this guy going. There's an archer. Alright. Oh. What is wrong with me? I'm like 0 for 15 and hitting this guy. There we go. Oh, I made it up to him. Beautiful. Ah, I didn't drop anything after all that. Let's go down here a little bit. There's a door. Judging by its looks, I doubt we'll be able to proceed through it with ease. Okay. Save that for later. You guys can't tell, I'm playing too many first-person shooters. The fun platforming action is whipping me. So I'm quickly finding out what I said earlier. The controls were loose. They're not very... It just takes a little bit of a time to get used to the raiment and that right trigger. That's really, really fun to get those guys airborne and start experimenting a little bit with the combos. If you guys notice, I'm sure it's coming off a little sloppy, but I'm just trying to figure out all the different things you can do with the button combinations. I especially like doing the swing with the raiment. That's really fun. I think you guys and girls are gonna enjoy that part. I'm sure it adds a lot of depth to what I can only imagine are going to be some pretty fun boss fights. Boss fights? Always have a good boss fight in a platformer, I'm imagining. But the bigger the enemy, that's going to be fun. Especially what they did with the, I think it's a bear? With the shield. Kind of being able to wrap around that defense, see what they do with it. Mushroom acquired. Got another mushroom, 2 more mushrooms. Boom. I'm rich. Okay.
Identify yourself.
Oh, nice.
You are not a demon. Are you a servant of
Ashigumo. Is that a
Kamohitsuki?
badger? You're not a
Whoever
demon, are you?
you will rot here for all eternity.
What did you just say? How dare you threaten me, a high-ranking noble?
Sakuna is anything if she's a bit
Princess,
cocky.
he's...
Time is out, by the way.
Do not interfere, old man. Keep your distance.
Bear witness to the legacy of the Ashigumo. I see right through you.
Oh, I just like mentioned a boss fight. I don't know if this is a boss fight, but I have to treat it like one.
There. Too slow.
It's kind of old school fighting games putting up against the wall. He'll probably clear me out if he's got to.
I see right
No, that kind of is the trick. You need to just get him. Alright. You gotta remember to jump, so when you hit your raiment, you can stick into the guys and then jump around them a bit. I'm gonna just juggle them up. Can you guys see this health bar? There you go.
to my trap.
My big fat head is in the way.
Eat this. Eat this. Here I go. I see right through you. Eat this.
That's not fun for me to kind of just hit him against the wall and take as many hits as I'm given.
Here I go.
Clear out so you guys can see the battle.
What is this, an earthquake? And a ferocious one at that. Where are you skulking off to? We are... slippery weasel.
We may actually be headed to the same
Slippery
place.
Weasel Earthquake. Alright, so the Isle of Demons has earthquakes. Newsflash. See where that takes us. Alright, so here we go. We got a little bit of a map. Dragon's Tunnel. There's an exploration rate. We're at a cool 0% so far on the exploration rate. Exploration level in the bottom left. You guys can't see, it says 0. So that's tracking me as well. There's the level for exploration in the bottom left. There's... Okay. Here's the island. Pretty decent size. Just kind of scanning around so you guys can kind of see that. The high HD 1080p on those clouds. Definitely broke the bank on that asset. The clouds are fun. Alright. I don't know why I'm hating this game. It's fun so far. It fits the art style. It's cool. Alright, so Dragon's Tunnel we just came out of. We've got an item list with wood. I guess it kind of rabbit meat. That's from the rabbits that we killed. Makes sense. There's some beans. We got some root crops and mushroom. Hoping that's for inevitably our rice cultivation part of this demon coming of age story. So Mountain Pass. Let's get into that. Now, what do you guys think so far?
You.
It's dialogue heavy for sure, but the action is really promising.
What do you mean?
This mountain pass is enchanted with a spell that disorients would-be interlopers. Only those who know about the pass already are able to reach this place, and the one armed with that knowledge is none other than me. It's been some time, Ashigumo.
What a surprise. If it isn't time
Tom is
to
old
make
buddy
these
from
blades
college.
familiar.
We mistakenly crossed blades with you earlier, but we have no quarrel with you. Stay your hand. This is my master, Lord Takaribi's daughter, Princess Sakuna. Owing to unfortunate circumstances, we are impelled to take up residence on this isle. Is the house still here?
Yes, I'm still taking care of it.
So you're acquainted?
Cool.
You should have said.
I seem to recall you rushing ahead without heeding me once again.
We can talk at length later.
Right. If we don't go fetch the others, they'll never find this place.
I'm delighted that you figured that out.
You know, sometimes I wonder if you're mocking me.
Oh, is that our rice field?
It is slightly damaged, but in surprisingly good condition. This is strong wood. The house is still habitable.
You are called Ashigumo, correct? Why would you protect my mother's house with all these demons swarming around?
I owe your father a great debt.
The evil god Omizuchi, who your parents battled here, also threatened the Ashigumo tribe. Your father, Lord Takaribi, gave them strength and wisdom, and they triumphed over Omizuchi together.
Huh. So that's why. Quite the honor, I dare say.
She dares says it. She did.
It's okay inside.
They got the kids. Everybody's checking the house out inside.
Gambling through my house before I so much as set foot in it.
Gambling.
You've toiled long.
I've heard that word before.
That I can see. Would you allow us to use this house?
You have none other than Takaribi's daughter at your side. I cannot refuse.
This must be fate. Let us aid one another.
Oh, a little montage. Time passing.
Now that we have a house, we are settled.
30%, 64 degrees outside.
I shall convalesce until such a time that I am prepared to carry out the solemn duty bequeathed unto me by Lady Kamiu's. Whatever we want? Like what?
Princess, this is no time for a royal nap. There may be a storehouse here, but its reserves are drained. If you sleep your days away, as you did in the capital, you will starve ere summer comes. And as long as the demons rule this island, foraging is too great a burden for the humans alone. Your divinity dictates that you must be the one to act, my princess.
There's the setup right there. And the premise. They help cultivate
Telling me to go out and hunt?
some rice for the humans. Too dangerous for them to go it alone.
Fulfilling your duty means strengthening your foothold here. Moreover, you and this land share a deep connection. There is no better place for you to begin your journey.
If not a royal nap, couldn't I at least royally procrastinate until tomorrow? Goddess, should we plant something in this field?
That is a splendid idea. But first, we must find some seeds.
I have some rice husks right here.
My word! How terribly convenient.
Why would you walk around with such a thing? Are you not a samurai?
I was born into a family of warriors, but my focus is on field work, not the sword. I have kept these husks.
Said earlier
ever
he
since I
looks
left
useful.
home.
Knows a thing or two about.
Becoming a bandit.
Wouldn't millet be easier to start off with?
No, rice might prove to be just the ticket. My princess.
Context is a bit lost on me. I've never professionally or amateurly grown rice. Maybe something so interesting about this title is I will come of age amongst demons, figuring out how to cultivate.
As such,
This is interesting. Wouldn't millet be easier to start with?
Grains, and particularly by rice.
We plant rice.
Again, we can all relate to
Grow strong.
being on a demon island and needing to cultivate rice.
Indeed, it will become easier to drive the by growing rice. We can fill our bellies and reduce the demon population in one stroke. Two birds with one stone, as it were.
Then it
point,
shall be
Hammer.
so. Lady Sakuna will go hunt. We'll stay here and plant the rice.
We've got to help too.
No work, no food, I guess.
I will help too.
Oh wait.
Chimera little baby's in.
Singing this.
Taemon, I expect great things from you. Give it your all out there in the fields.
Your
Give it your
trust
all.
will not go misplaced.
All right. You'd say this is kind of a dungeon crawling type approach.
Oh.
The loot is rice related, hopefully. Maybe get some new weapons. Alright, cool. So we get to swing the camera a little bit. This must be the portion of the game. Again, I haven't played it yet this far. Pick up frog. Frog caught and released. Mugwort cried. Okay. Huh. The game's broken up into 2D action, as you guys have seen already, and then 7 herbs are required. So we've got an add water. I don't want to touch that yet because I don't know what that means. It seems like it is going to flood my field up a little bit. And then now we have some third person situation in the rice field. Let's go talk and see what we have to do. Check out some of these buildings, see what we got. Oh. Bamboo broom acquired. Just fumbling around seeing if I can activate anything. Don't judge me. Get up that ladder. It's like a basket at the top of that ladder. It's pissing me off. I don't know if I can get to it. Okay, cool. Shack number 1, explored. Shack number 2. Okay, we got Tama and Chick hanging out. Feel healthy today? Okay. To what do I owe the pleasure, princess? They're just chilling. Again, fumbling through, nothing activated. Let's go out here and see what's going on. Whoa! That's cool scenery. I don't know if it's anything but superficial that they let us out here behind the hut at this point in the game. Give you a little bit of the Isle of Demons. Scoop, so I guess we just got water. Pick up snail. This is feeling a lot like a nice little farm simulator so far. If that's your thing, welcome. I guess there's like is this maintenance that we're performing right now in the field? Get some 7 herbs, things like that. Alright. Just says poop. Is that what we're holding? Was that an outhouse and we're holding poop in this bucket? I'm like walking around being like, yeah. I'm trying to check it out, see if homie wants my bucket of poop. Yeah, it's poop. Why did I bother scooping this fill? So, where do you put poop on a farm? I'm imagining indirectly it would be fertilizer. That doesn't seem to activate anything in the field. Little buddy let me know it was poop. Blew my mind. Let's find out where to put it. Yeah, everyone else thinks it's pretty rough that I'm carrying poop around. Oh man. I hope I'm making the right choice. I just fell off that cliff. I thought it was maybe... I took for granted the exploration here. Where do you put poop? Will you take my poop? Oh.
Yes.
Looks like my poop disappeared.
Is that so? Good grief.
I've obtained some scrolls. She just said that out loud. Oh, this takes me back. These are Lord Takaribi's writings on the art of battle. Father wrote this? Wishing to share their knowledge with each other? And the art of battle, like that. Considering this, they didn't really have to voice act as much as they did. That's a nice touch, even though we're not under voice direction right now. When you don't have it, it makes you appreciate that it was there in the first place. Here I was just trying to get rid of my poop in that bucket. Found this training cave. Nice. Bunch of scrolls. And obviously if I touch that shrine, we're back in 2D by the way, in the training hall. Touch that shrine, we get to go to do some training. I want to kind of find out more about the farm. Don't judge me, guys. Oh, and the poop's gone. So, you know what? Alright, let's get some action going. You guys are watching this after all. I'm not trying to put you to sleep with poop buckets and empty rice fields yet. Let's check out some more of this. Enemy position, demon rabbit, demon pig, demon sparrow, enemy movements. Okay, so you can check out your settings. Looks like you might have to level up. I can't change any of these yet. So, Demon Rabbit 1. You can choose an unlimited skill gauge. I'm going to take the training wheels off. Start. He might just respawn over and over again. Which I might as well just be holding a pail of poop at this point for your guys' interests. Show a little bit of the moves though. The raiment, switch, awesome. We can whack them. Do one more. Ah. Try to get him airborne. I like the idea of juggling them. So this looks like a place where you can check out all of your moves, see what you can do.
Over here.
I think you guys are getting the gist of it. It's pretty quick. Pretty boring right now because there's a rabbit I can choose for training. I like how you can kind of stop yourself in midair if you saw that. You can change your momentum. That offers a lot of variety, I'm sure. I'm going to end the practice on that note. Super useful though, because in the flow of the game it's kind of hard to identify what your controls are at first. Coming up on an hour, I told you guys I'd give you an hour of gameplay. Really dialogue heavy. Let's take it a little bit longer than an hour just so we can feel accomplished. You found out that I can scoop poop, and we have an empty rice field. Nice, okay. So the training hall is right beneath the rice paddy field. Now that I know that you can fall off cliffs, I just want to kind of see a little bit more. You know, kind of absent-mindedly just press that button. Got more poop going. So you can rest, push the clock ahead. If you look in the top right It's saying that it's spring and there's a sky. Probably tells you about weather, the weather system. Let's release the water and see what happens. Nothing? Add water, release water. There's no animation for it, but you can kind of see the water splashing. Alright. Let's follow this natural path down. Got the poop in hand, guys. We've got a mission. Sliding past the training hall. See what we can see down here. I can't imagine it's open world enough for me to take another jump down, so let's just see what we can do. The shading is nice, that's kind of bouncing off of her, filtering through as she walks. It's cool. It's a nice touch. Just hold on to this poop for a while, I didn't realize. Okay. So poop in hand, I just opened up the world map again. We've got Cylindric Cavern. Cove shaped like a cylinder. Its walls are rife with apertures, allowing for superb ventilation. Clear the innermost area. You get a 1 star. Discover a mining area. Defeat enemies. 0 out of 30. Defeat enemies in the nighttime. 0 out of 40. That's something I read too. I think the night time enemies get a little bit more difficult. Almost like a Blood Moon, Breath of the Wild to take. Oh man, try to catch a Switch fan not mentioning Breath of the Wild. It's embarrassing. That's a 2-star difficulty task, so that tells me that 0 out of 40 night enemies are a little bit more difficult to defeat. Remember your training. Let's get some stuff for our rice farm going. Natural cures. Oh, you can probably craft elixirs and different potions of that. It's a beast hoof. Striking certain spots of current terrain will cause items to appear. It's prompting me, so let's go see what that means. Clay acquired. You notice there's a little bit of a shine. In order to fill your belly, you need to return home and rest. Okay. Oh, I just wasn't letting that last little guy go. Juggle, juggle, juggle. Fallen leaves acquired. It's a good bit of crafting information coming through. Getting all these items together. I'm excited. Hemp. Wheat acquired. Check this baby out. Get some more clay. So I think how it works is Sakuna progresses the better your rice that you grow. Based on that, the strength of the rice. So I'm imagining through kind of experimenting with crafting all these ingredients that we're collecting as we're going through. There's a little bit of a nice system waiting for us back at the familial homestead for us to kind of farm with. Oh, I was hoping to get him. That strong attack takes a second to wind up. Ah. You know, her little bow, I was kind of on top of that rabbit. I had no idea which one was me and which one was the rabbit with the combat so quick. Alright, I thought I lost a gem. The best part about a platform when you just kind of like flow. I remember reading an article about what makes demon sparrows. I'm getting the jump and strike button mixed up. What makes a good platformer for a fan? You know, everything from Metroid to Crash Bandicoot. If I had to agree, it's just kind of like I love like the flow of that. This is not that kind of a game, but you know, like when you just kind of you can speed run something like Super Mario Brothers 3, which I played too much of when I was younger. Just kind of whipping through those levels. So satisfying when you can kind of just like buzz on the platforms and roll through something quickly. You feel so boss. We acquired an acorn. Is that all? I hardly broke a sweat. There may yet be some hiding. Why not rest a spell and come back here? Found some ingredients that look edible. I shall heed your counsel. For the first time, Tama, so far. Let us return home and feast. Alright. Clear the innermost area. We did it. If you push X on the menu, you can return to the world map. So menu with the plus. I haven't really checked out the menu yet with you guys. Without you guys either. One-handed, two-handed. Oh, okay. We've got some attack values there. There's a slashing damage. Scrap iron hoe. Scrap iron sickle. Autumnal hunter's garment. Oh, that'll be cool if she gets different things to wear. Essentially armor. There's a headgear and a mask situation. Skills, looks like you can assign buttons to different things. And that's my raiment. So far, it's a roundup. This fundamental skill pulls the grappled opponent toward you, weakening them for a time. It cannot be used in succession. And then our spoils. Ingredients, materials, spirit bows. And then our key items from the chest. Let's check that out, that's funny, in her quests. I have decided to investigate Hanoa's mountain past. They call this place the Isle of Demons, but the demons themselves appear laughably weak. If they do show their sorry faces, I'd like to give them a good beating. Honestly, I don't know why it came to this. Let's go ahead and get some more of this clay, and then head out. Try to get some rice cooked, grown, then cooked. Alright, so we did 4 for 4 out of the exploration objective. It's a cool thing I did that. Got an objective knocked out, so Cylindric Cavern. So yeah, a little dungeon crawly. Looks like we're headed back to our hub with our materials to the home. Where it shows you the other characters are. Let's go ahead and pop back in, see what we can't do, and find out more about this. Here we go. This rice.
Welcome back, goddess. Oh. Did something happen?
It's here, just like the little shivering baby. Yui that is hanging out.
Go see the old Simba. He's by the shed. I have a bad feeling about this. My intuition is always right.
It's always right.
Go see the old Simba.
Okay, alright. Just thought maybe there was more dialogue. I wonder if the weather changes. Or if this is a lock scene, it always rains.
You're trying to make us starve to death, you big doofus!
Alright, he's not doing well.
Getting angry is bad. Everyone makes mistakes.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so ticked off!
You're making quite a fuss. What in the world happened?
This dingus lost all the seeds in the water!
What? Does that mean we cannot grow rice?
All that's left is this small handful. The rest is...
Apparently, he's only ever watched farmers and hasn't ever done a lick of farming himself!
Kent is just a scathing review of this guy's performance.
I thought you said we could trust you. How do you plan to fix...
It pains me to say so, but...
Talmon's like getting roped up this whole game so far.
Any sort of manual skill.
The tragic hero of the situation.
I adore farm work, and yet I am inept at it. I only got in the way of the farmers. I assumed I was the only one here who knew anything about planting rice, so I was inspired to succeed for once, but... Oh, I brought dishonor
It's kind of
upon
heartwarming,
myself.
honestly.
To make amends, I shall slice
He
open
didn't tell
my
anybody that he
belly
sucked
and...
at farming because he thought he had a new lease at life.
That is quite unnecessary.
Stop! Stop right there! If you're gonna die, do it someplace where we don't have to watch you bleed out.
If you're gonna die, do it someplace where we don't have to watch you.
Oh.
No one wishes for you to die. We were merely asking what we're going to do for food.
Having one less mouth to feed certainly can't hurt, though. He eats enough for 5 people. I mean, how greedy can you get?
Stop, Ermi. Why do you hurt Taweman? Taweman is nice. He only made mistake.
He only made a mistake.
I am not
Why is
Yanato
her...
person, but I understand that is not right way to act.
It's a strange... She doesn't really have an accent, but she's like not speaking... Okay.
Okay. I cannot argue after being scolded by a person who is not of this land. Your name's Myrte, then? For your sake, we shall make peace. This evening, we shall all feast on the meat I gathered and turn in early. That goes
Rabbit
for you
meat.
as well, Shorty.
Whacking all those rabbits paid off.
Oh, what is it this time?
I am good cook. Today I will make meal from my country. It will be
Huh.
so good.
Oh,
So she is
okay.
actually not from
A
their own
dish from your
country.
country,
Good
you
thing,
say?
because she's
I
gonna
do
make
not
some
know where you hail from,
whip
but
up some badass
I'll
food.
look forward to it nonetheless. I shall give this meat to you then. Cook us up something good.
Okay, I will try hard.
I give my
Time to
gratitude
eat.
for this meal.
Afschuwelijk.
Disgusting.
What is this?
I cannot eat another bite.
It was good.
Oh, happiness is a full...
On menu is charred lump. Fullness negative 25. So we got more hungry from her food. Rabbit meat is spoiled. The root crops is spoiled.
Lady
Mushrooms
Sakuna,
is spoiled.
The leftover seeds have managed to sprout. It's finally time to plant
Okay.
them, but
So your inventory spoils. Good. It's food for thought, literally.
Have you got a handle on it this time?
I don't know if we were supposed to interact with her differently to not get the charred lump.
I tend to get a bit carried away.
Let me know in the comments, because you know I have 2 subscribers so far. Plenty of you guys watching. The charred lump was our first meal, and spoiled all the rest of our stuff.
That sounds
So it
like
wasn't
quite the
rabbit.
mess.
I think that goes beyond merely being inept.
Tam is cute as hell. I'm sorry.
Tama,
He's funny,
what
man.
are you looking at? You're not thinking of putting me to work again, are you?
He is. I think he is.
Just
Look at him.
consider how ridiculous it would be for a harvest goddess to plant the very rice she receives as an offering.
No, it's not strange in the least. Our country's harvest goddess is abundantly energetic. Your mother, Lady Toyohana, worked the fields every year, as does the preeminent goddess, Lady Kamuhitsu.
Are you serious? Even the noble Lady Kamihitsuki mucks about in rice paddies? Surely you jest.
Be that as it may, we cannot entrust our continued livelihood to the children of men. Most are but women and children, after all. Do not worry. I'm sure you will excel. You are none other than Lady Toyohana's descendant, after all.
I am confident in my knowledge of the process, at least. I'll teach you how to do it.
Don't act all high and mighty after what you did yesterday.
New quest. First rice crop. Plant the rice in the rice paddy.
Shall we begin?
Plant every seedling in the soil. Open close the field gates to control the water level. One gate lets water in, the other lets water out. Oh, check it out. You can make your own rows. And okay. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know if it matters. Aim for a straight line and have her moonwalk. Okay, you can let homeboy handle it with the A button and then skill settings. Let me check skill settings out. I don't have any skills yet. Just making sure. Okay, cool. So you can take seedlings. And then so do we let, again, not a professional rice farmer, do we let the water in? Let's let dude handle it, because he's like upset. Oh. So he's terrible still. And the quality will decrease if we trust him. We're gonna go no on that. He's gonna moonwalk all the way over to let the water. I'm just kidding. Let the water out. This. So the. No, I don't want to do that. This is very strange. It's not letting me leave. I can just moonwalk, or... Oh! It says 0. Okay, I get you. I'm gonna have like the coolest, ugliest, most random rows of rice when this grows. Are there different types of seeds? It doesn't really give you a lot of insight as to what the heck you're doing, which I don't mind. But you guys are gonna watch me screw up royally if this isn't what's going on. Like the straightest line you've ever seen, I'm sure. My next time through, I'll get it nice and straight for you guys. Let's do something else. Nah. A straight line in the middle. It's super random, super fugly first rice crop. Now I know though. Like G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. Let's put these guys out here. Moonwalk, 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 moonwalk.
Is this okay?
Planting complete.
With enough space in between.
Oh, I got judged on the spacing. Finish that last. There were hardly any seeds, and yet my back is killing me.
No.
I don't know if we can trust Talman. He like screws everything up, but he's being positive. He can barely believe it's our first time, can he? Did he see what we planted, what that looked like? Yeah, what do we do now? Please, game, explain us. During the summer, you watch over the rice while pulling out any weeds that sprout. Okay, so we're in spring right now. I've heard that maintaining the right water level is also vitally important to their growth, but we can leave that for later. That's one real-world thing that I know. It seems that rice paddies are a thing, and you always see them with water. I'm taking, again, that from like a Charlie Sheen, Willem Dafoe movie. But in Vietnam, you always, like movies, you always see them with the rice paddy fields. It looks pretty miserable, like in an inch of water, so I'm going to agree with Talman on that. My penance is unrelenting. You're now free to hunt or plant rice as you please. Check your story progress under quests in the pause menu. Take a look when you're not sure how to proceed. Alright, we got an exclamation point. Let's see what this is about. Uh-oh. New weapon? child. Ain't you a child too? I'm a full-grown.
Huh?
He should be idolizing her. Doesn't seem so cut and dry to me. First of all, you're pushing that goddess junk real hard. It's pretty fishy, you know? See, come on, the humor.
What?
You guys aren't loving this. Something's wrong with you.
Hmm?
That would have been a funny thing to voice act. That interaction.
Right on.
Hey.
Hey!
Okay. Talking about a forge. That's a good sign. New quest. Obtain clay. We already have 8 out of 10 of that. We need stone. Missed the other. Obtain wood. We already have wood, so we need to go back, grind a little for stone and clay. He's taken interest in the forge. He claims that if I build him a proper smithing shed, he shall craft us tools. Ugh, there's no way I'll go along with that. I'll get along with that brat, though his offer is certainly tempting. Get along just fine with the blacksmith. Subquests, exploration objectives. So right now, cool. Search the area and raise the exploration level. Easy enough. Grow the rice. Pretty straightforward. And becoming a blacksmith. That's what we have. So the rice are seedlings, I just noticed, in the right-hand side. And the weather is 90% chance of rain. 80 degrees Fahrenheit, very high. And our little buddies are seedlings right now. If you can't tell, they're growing. So I think that's... let's check them.
Hurry and take root!
Oh, this is really funny and cute. It's got a stat umbrella for the rice. We have yield, taste, hardness, stickiness, aesthetic. Is the rice pretty? Hot. Aroma. And we're level 2. Okay. That's a good sign for things to come when it's, I know what I'm doing, didn't screw up the whole field. After being planted, they'll continue to need plenty of care throughout the summer. Grass and weeds stunt the growth of the rice, so try to pull them out whenever you see them. Okay. Grass and weeds so far, right? Let's go ahead and go to the world map, get some of these quests done. So this is essentially a hub where you grow your rice. Return to, we have obviously a blacksmith coming up. You can forge some of your weapons. The rice looks like you're going to be gaining strength and different stat boosts from that. It's pretty interesting, especially too because it has a nice deep system, obviously. I'm fumbling my way through it first. I'm hoping that you learn more as the game opens up about those elements because I'm pretty interested in it. It would be really positive pro to know what was going on there. The main quests, grow the rice, we're getting done. It's happening, guys. It's happening. It's growing itself. Exploring, obviously. So let's become a blacksmith. We get this clay, stone, and we have the wood. I'm thinking tavern. Cavern, cylinder cavern. Defeat enemies. At the very least, if they don't have the stone and clay that we need, we can get the enemies done for that subquest. Oh, oddly enough, it doesn't repopulate.
You're out of here! Gotcha!
I wonder if it's worth going through here. We'll get the enemies. Maybe I missed the stone somewhere. Because the clay didn't respawn, if you guys noticed there at the beginning of the level, so I'm hesitant to be like wasting my time, your time. If you guys are watching this, I'm wasting your time, huh? Just wasting some of Rice and Ruin time. I'm hoping that it's worth it, besides just the enemy objective. You can now go to the Skipping Stone Hill. Okay. Skipping Stone Hill sounds suspiciously like there's going to be stones there, right? Oh. That's pretty cool. You get a lot of stuff going in the air at once. I wonder if Skipping Stone Hill is on the map itself. Let's go see. Yep, okay. We can pretty freely jump in and out. An exploration rate 75%, so that's what it's doing. It's rating how much of it we've explored. Dragon's Tunnel is still 0. Let's see, I don't know if you guys notice, my health is pretty low. If we can use some of these items. Doesn't seem like you can use anything. It's just all... Okay, so let's go back and see if she can cook something better than charred lump from her country for us. A little nervous with my health not replenishing from time to time, just how long I'll last. And we need some fullness. If you guys look on the top left, the HP, it does replenish apparently. Although, did I just lose health fast in that last level? Fullness is 0 out of 100. So let's both check on the rice. Hurry and take root! They're still not doing too much. And then where's Tama and our girl? There we go. Oh, that charcoal-looking thing. I am knowing. Yanato ingredients are best used in Yanato food. No doubt you are quite proud of our country. But of your country, but if the ingredients do not match the recipe, there's little point in forcing a poor fit. Okay. If you're to be in charge of our meals, then it would be best for you to learn how to cook dishes that are more familiar to us. We shall start with something simple. How about this? How about the rabbit meat that we mentioned? Not the charcoal lumps that we had in our inventory.
Oh, right.
Obtain acorn. Okay, so it looks like our hunger might not matter until we build the system up a little bit, because it keeps giving us fetch quests. Now we have to get her acorn so she can cook good. Cook good. Cook good Yanato food. To what do I owe the Pleasure Princess? That's all he says always, Tama. Nothing. Alright, so it really is that simple. Nice. We've got a mugwort. Which I'm imagining these... Oh, there's a weed. Weed acquired. Didn't happen. Some horsetail. We just added water accidentally. Oh crap. It's wet. Let's see what it did. I imagine you don't know if you did the right thing or not to the rice until it actually grows, huh? So... hope that was the right move. So it's just that simple. You go through... once you're in the rice fields, other things activate. You go through You got your quests, which we're still on the grow the rice, and now we're getting the smith up, and we need acorns. So you grow your rice as the hub, go to the world map from here, and let's just jump right into Skipping Stone Hill. Clear the innermost area and defeat with Skipping Stone, discover a mining area and get treasure. So we're looking for stone and acorns. Hope this is the right jump. That wall seems unstable. Okay. If I send those rocks flying, it may crumble. In the menu under fighting skills, equip frontal smash and use it on the rocks. Swing a two-handed weapon with all your godly might, sending the enemy flying for it. Okay.
You're out of here.
Nice.
You're out of here.
Stone acquired. Alright, cool. We're on the right path. Battle's just fun. It's so fun to see like the screen light up with the numbers. Did I need to do anything with that rock? I guess not. Just swing. Some golf swings on it. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's not doing anything. Clay. A little bit more. I think we're good on clay for our objective, so we're looking for stones and acorns, y'all. Stones and acorns. Ooh! That was fun. See, that's one example. Alright. I guess it doesn't matter, but Raymond can only go so far. There we go. That was my fault, not the game's. Beast manure. Beast manure required. Fertilizer. Root crops. Some more clay. Noticing that's not a good thing to get surrounded in this game by enemies. And it is nighttime. Something just happened. If you guys can't tell. Oh, cool. Their eyes are turning bright red, and they are not getting... Dangerous beyond the veil of night. Grow stronger. Let's return home and rest. That is pretty cool. That's a fun dynamic. You can check out her robes. You can see them. And then you got the glowing red. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm hitting them with 1 damage that spiking me with 23. And there's no getting out of that. I was wondering if it was triggered, but... Alright. That's what the resting bench is for, we just found out. Now we're in dark. Night mode. It's pretty obvious that we can't mess with anybody yet in the dungeons at night. Go check on the rice a little bit. I'm not sure if I love that, but I get it. So you're coming back, checking on your stuff, you're going out, you check on stuff. It's a little grindy right now, considering all the stuff that I have to go get. But I don't dislike it, I understand. So we rest. Just for 3 hours. See if that works. Okay. Rest for 6 hours. Oh, you son of a gun. All of our stuff spoiled. How did I forget that? We have a growth report guide. Okay. Everything we got spoiled. I'm not sure if that matters yet, but that's really worth remembering.
Take root.
We have a little bit of the stats changing, I'm noticing. They're still seedlings. That's cool. You can keep track of them a little bit. This looks like it's going to count as daytime. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's going to count as daytime. Let's go check. See if we're going to get whooped by somebody in a dark dungeon or not. No, it still might be dark. Just noticing the time. We're going for an hour and 30 right now. We're coming up on that. So far, so good. It's a really drawn-out introduction to the story. The dialogue is super enjoyable. Everything about this game so far is nice. I'm starting to get the scope of it, that there's a lot of rice farming in front of us, and a lot of jumping in and out of these different little stages that they have set for us, which is good. My heart's a little broken because I lost all my acorns, but that is a good thing because it gives you an idea of just how much strategy and management you have in front of you too. I mean, we're just trying to get this chick not to cook charred lump of coal for us again, and that just cost me like another 20 minutes of my life. Seeing what the bench was for rotted all of our ingredients, including acorns, which you know acorns spoil overnight. That was what, 6 plus, it was 9 hours with some weak ass acorns. Enough water to submerge your ankles should be fine. Watch over the seedlings until they begin to take root in the new soil. Add some more water. Is that possible? Is that like even an option? Is there a point where you can keep the gate open? Okay. That had been open the whole time. I understand now. Oh, here we go. Filled up with, oh, poor rice. This batch is really gonna turn out great. We're finding out more and more about it. Alright, cool, look at the stats. They all just spiked up a little bit. And they're first offshoots. So I was sitting here doing the wrong thing the whole time. Hopefully you guys are learning from my mistakes on this. Saving yourself some time. It took me 40 minutes to not grow rice correctly and find out that I was doing so. In that time I blew up... What an odd hole, it's empty. That should be interesting. What's that for? Blew up acorns, all that fun stuff. So, let's pause and decompress a little bit. This beautiful view as it rains. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. First hour plus gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The systems are coming up pretty hot and heavy as very deep. Time consuming to say the least. This looks like a farm simulator with some 2D dungeon crawly arcade type action for platforming mixed in. I don't dislike it in the slightest. It's definitely a very, very unique little take on the farming simulations that are on offer for the Nintendo Switch. It's not your Animal Crossing, which I honestly don't dislike. Again, I want to do a couple more of these videos for you guys I will be doing a couple more of these videos, unfortunately, whether you guys like it or not. I'll bring you guys through, maybe now that I see what's going on here, maybe a couple more hours of gameplay so you can kind of get an idea for yourselves what's going on with it. Hoping that once I figure things out, the flow of the game is going to go a lot easier. I already know that those mistakes were pretty costly for the first hour and a half. It cost me a lot of time, but now those are lessons that you don't forget. So unforgivingly, those systems exist. I still haven't had a meal. Haven't had a good meal yet. This chick's cooking charred lump of coal. We were supposed to be getting rabbit feast from Yamato. So I'm pretty excited to get into more of this. If you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, as a matter of fact, if you're not enjoying what you're seeing, you need to hit the like and subscribe button. You guys know that though, it's YouTube, right? I'm going to be going through getting a couple more hours of gameplay up of this game. I like it. I enjoy it. I like what you see is what you get so far. Me playing it poorly, and a lot of fun systems to kind of dive into. This looks like a huge time sink waiting to happen for people that are coming across it and getting excited about it. It is available now on the Nintendo eShop. I want to say it's $39.99 US. Again, it's coming out a little bit later for the Europe and PAL market. On that price, I'm unsure. You guys can probably find that through a thing that it's called Google. You just type in a question that you have at google.com, like, hey, Captain Lonely didn't know what the price point was for the European release of Sakuna Rice and Ruin. And you just type that in, that whole statement that I just said, and it'll come up with some really clear and concise price points for the European copy. Physical copies are probably hitting people's mailboxes as of today. Again, today's launch date. And I think it comes with a nice, cool little collectible pin and some artwork, the North American version. I could be mistaken on that, but I do recall reading that. So if you guys have gotten that copy, you're probably enjoying that already. Digital copy now, obviously on the Nintendo eShop available, $39.99. I'm going to go ahead and reserve my opinions on this until I screw up less and I see a little bit more of the game systems. So far, the art style, the writing, and the sheer depth of the time sink staring us right in the face in this game is pretty interesting. I like it. I want to like it more, and I need to get a little bit better at it for that to happen. It's not the game's fault, for sure. I'm excited. I want to start upgrading Sakuna. I want to see where these characters go. The writing is very involved and in-depth. The characters are endearing, something that can easily not happen in these types of art style games. Sometimes they wrap a game like this up in some anime marketing packaging and kind of just shove it down your throat, and it's filled with the otaku cringe or lifeless characters. This is not that type of a game. We're already seeing plenty of personality. It's popping and bleeding with life, and that's enough for me to really prepare myself for a time sink. Again, I'm gonna get a couple more of these videos up so you guys can see. If it's consolidated down, it's not a couple of videos, it's at least a couple hours of Sakuna of Rice and Ruin for the Nintendo Switch up here on this channel. Please like and subscribe. It would make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. And it'll help you guys get that nice familiar ping, ding ding, when I put that video up if you guys are interested. Honestly, I want to see more of the game, but enough of it has reared its head that I'm very interested in what we have. I appreciate the RPG elements that are available. I like the looting. I dislike that everything rots, but I think that that's at the heart and the core of it. Gonna back itself up pretty nicely into the rice harvesting that we have in front of us. And again, too, I have a strong feeling that that's how you're going to be leveling up and kind of developing these characters, is your rice cultivation skills. So again, that's just a learning curve. that you have to handle to be successful at the game, which in and of itself is a cool little challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up on that point, and see you guys soon. If you're enjoying the game, if you found out the systems and are deeper into the rice cultivation than I am, kudos to you. I'm jealous of that. I can't wait to get to that. I'm going to leave the game frozen right here and just power down. Come back probably tomorrow with another video for some more gameplay. Enjoy yourselves out there, stay dry, and cultivate some rice. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. This is Captain Lonely saying